Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I've been gone for a little while, but we've got lots to talk about today. I'm excited to be here. It's a bit later than I'm normally on, but things have really worked out today. So I'm actually here on a Sunday, which is really the first time I've actually streamed on a Sunday in a very, very long time. But yeah, so guys, welcome to the stream. Good to have you guys here. Make sure you guys like up the video, of course. For any of you guys who are new to my channel, my name's Loki, obviously. And I obviously do commentary on this channel. And today we're going to be really talking about what's going on with Chris Hansen. So I don't know how many of you guys are aware of this. It came out today. But Chris has basically posted a number of tweets kind of talking about the situation with Vincent. And I thought I'd kind of go through it, read them, talk about it, offer some opinions, and then see what you guys think. I think that's kind of the way that we're going to go today. Yeah, Verum, honestly, like, my big goal from 2020, Verum, is I'm going to, like, try and grow a beard. So that's really what I'm going for. So I can really give off that Jesus vibe. You know, it's funny, I was looking at some of the comments on my previous live stream, and somebody was literally like, are we going to ignore the fact that he looks like Jesus? I'm like, I don't know what that comment meant, but I don't think anybody's ignoring the fact. You know. I've heard of you guys who are wondering why the fuck I'm drinking Coca-Cola out of a bottle. I always drink Coca-Cola out of a bottle. But more specifically, it's because it's quite late and I'm trying to keep myself snappy and quick and energetic. And I could obviously make myself a coffee, but the fact of the matter is, guys, I don't really like coffee. So I stay away from it. I prefer a cup of tea, and I'm not going to go fucking make one right now, so, yeah. Loki is so zoomed in today, I can see up his nose. Alright, you make me feel self-conscious, so I'm going to, there you go. Look what you've done. Look what you've done, Kirsty. You've literally ruined my day. I'm kidding. Nice to see you, Kirsty. I haven't seen you in a little bit. Actually, I haven't really seen any of you guys for a little bit. I've been busy. I did all of my stuff yesterday. I was really busy yesterday, so I've had today to like kind of do what I want to do. But anyway, yes, Cody, go right. Well, happy Sunday. You're a little bit closer than normal. I mean, I don't really think that's a bad thing. I think it's okay that I'm a little bit closer. I don't really, you know, I look okay today. So, you know, I look okay today. So we're just gonna, you know, bear with me, right? But yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. Thank you everybody for joining. It's good to have you guys here. Honestly, it's 2020, and I feel like this year was started off, you know, meh. But I'm really trying to focus on kind of what I'm doing with this channel and my other channel and like the direction that I'm going in. And I'm going to talk, obviously, about the Chris stuff today, and then probably afterwards, I might do a second stream where I'm going to talk, actually, about maybe some of the previous streams that I've had and kind of like my mindset at the moment. So I'm probably going to do like 2 streams today. So, but I don't think this one's going to be very, very long, to be honest. Do more stuff. Yeah. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that in the second stream. Don't worry about it more. It's nice to have you here now. And Carrie, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing well. Gives a sense of togetherness. Yeah, I suppose so. Am I late? I just got pinged. You're not late at all. You're here on time. So let's really, well, yeah, what's going on, Julie? Let's really jump onto the screen sharing. Why am I like halfway off the screen? Yay! Hello, everybody. I'm back. So yeah, this is Chris Hansen's page. We're going to quickly go through these tweets. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have been wondering, you know, what Chris's stance was on everything that was going on. A lot of people have been saying, you know, Chris isn't really talking about it. Why is Chris not talking about what Vincent's been doing? And for any of you guys who don't know what I'm referring to, basically Vincent Nicotra, who is essentially Chris Hansen's producer, has been saying things that are crazy on his social media and other people's streams. He doxed 2 people on his Twitter. He's been off the fucking rails, off the chain, doing things that are really, really just like do not make him look good. Doesn't make Chris look good. Doesn't make the entire thing look good. And anyway, I would like to read through everything they said here. Then I would like to give you guys my opinion on what I'm reading, and I'm sure all of you guys can give me your opinions too, what you guys think, and then obviously we can go from there, of course. So the first tweet is obviously what is above. I'll read it to you guys. Vincent the Coacher asked me to share this with you. I would like to sincerely apologise for letting my ego, anger, and short-sightedness interfere with my judgment recently. I take full responsibility for my actions, and I am deeply regretful for hurting and offending you all. That's the first part. Continue. To the victims of predatory behaviour. You are my absolute priority. I wholeheartedly regret that my actions caused any unnecessary distractions and a sideshow. I will never let that happen again. Best regards, Vincent Nakotra, website and YouTube media producer. I am reviewing Vincent Nakotra's recent actions as they relate to Have a Seat with Chris Hansen and Hansen versus Predators, and I am considering the next steps. So, first thing I really want to say, just really, like, I've got the bat right now, guys, and right now Chris has tossed that ball towards me, and I'm going to go for a swing. I'm going to go for a home run on this. I actually don't believe that Vincent, like, typed that out. I don't think there are too many. The grammar is too good to be Vincent's. Like, I'm not trying to be like nasty or anything, but like I'd followed Vincent on Twitter for a while, and the way that he like types and communicates is not on that level. Like, good, you know, using full stops, capital letters, good grammar. I mean, I don't really believe that Vincent has really had that much involvement in that. Yeah, Vincent's not very good at writing. I think it'd have been if it had like loads of spelling errors, I probably would have been like, yeah. But then maybe he turned around to Chris and was like, hey Chris, I want you to tell people that I want to sincerely apologise for letting my ego, anger, and like half of it, like just the wording in this doesn't really sound like something that Vincent would say. Skeptical Loki, I love it. I mean, I'm not trying to be, obviously, like, I would be surprised if Vincent does feel bad. Oh, Ryan, don't put yourself down. But like, it's, in my opinion, it just doesn't seem like he wrote this. It doesn't seem like he wrote this. You know, maybe he does feel bad about what's happened. But what I find interesting is that, including in this, the fact that Vincent doxed 2 people. Why is there not an apology to those people? To the people who were doxed? Like, even if you thought that they attacked you, or came for you, or made videos about you, you did something that was wrong. And that's what a lot of people are unhappy about, is that you did something that was wrong. So, like, why don't you apologise for putting people's information out publicly? I don't know how many, if any of you guys in the house have been doxxed or have had to deal with anything like that before, but it's an awful experience to go through. It's very, very scary. And, it's not something I would wish upon my worst enemy. Like, I think that goes without saying. So, like, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that there's no like apology in regards to that. It's all about like apologizing, and like who's he even apologizing to? Is he just he's apologizing to all of us, right? That's the idea. It's a sweeping apology. That's what the first part of this actually states. I take full responsibility for my actions, and I am deeply regretful for hurting and offending you all. Okay. So I'm just trying to really figure this out. I'm really trying to make sense of everything right now, because he's deeply regretful for hurting and offending everybody, but it feels like more so he's probably deeply regretful that he kind of got caught, that people were on his side. I think when a lot of people do the things that they do, and more so the nasty things that they do, they don't realise that it's nasty until they get called out. Right? I mean, I don't think that's a crazy concept. There have been times where I've probably done things that are not very nice, that are nasty, and then later I realise, shit, you know, maybe I fucked up. But I don't know. It just seems to me it's like, Vincent, I feel like you're apologizing to the wrong people. You can sit and apologize to everybody, but honestly, mate, you don't need to apologize to me. You don't need to apologize to most people out there. You need to apologize to the people you've actually fucking offended, the people you've actually attacked, the people that you've I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it just hopefully people understand what I'm getting at. You know, I'm not trying to like nitpick here. Yeah, and I feel like it's important that we don't. Yeah, and Deity as well, because he made Deity look like a fool. You know, and Deity's really like took it. You know, he's really took it to heart, everything that's happened. But it's just a real shame. It's a real shame that that's clearly happened. Yes, Joey, I can read what you're saying. It's and it's pretty evident to me. It's he obviously has no interest in apologizing to the people that he has attacked, and I think the reason why is because he's trying to justify himself as, you know, you came for me, or you've done something that I believe is bad to me, so that's what you get, right? That's how a lot of people work. Like, well, a lot of people like him work. They believe that you have wronged them, and because you've wronged them, that means that they can attack you back, and they can attack you worse. And the thing is, especially if you're going off assumptions and you actually haven't got proof of anything, it's really fucking stupid. Because as far as I'm aware, he has no proof on any of the allegations he's put out against any of the people that he's attacked. So it's just all assumptions. I think the only thing that he can really say is, oh, people have made videos about me and that makes me sad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he is, you know, people have made videos that I do not like. And that they have, I mean, that's the only thing you can really say. That's the only thing, you know, that really makes sense to me. Oh no, there's been worse apologies, I would say, Heather. Yeah, I think I stayed away from Vincent for a reason. I did find it interesting that, you know, Deity and Vincent seemed like they were friends. I just wanted to stay away from that. Especially after Vincent came in my live stream and he was really off with me. And by that, I mean he was promoting himself in my live streams. He put in my chat something along the lines of, oh, this guy doesn't notice me. Why doesn't he notice me? Like, fuck off, dude. You're literally some I'm not even gonna be mean, actually. It's just it's like, who the fuck are you, bro? Who the fuck are you? You're a producer for Chris Hansen. Good for you. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but like it does make him look egotistical, and I think, you know, maybe I mean, I'm not saying that the apology isn't forthright. I think what I'm trying to say is I think there would have been a better apology that he could have given, or they could have given, right? So yeah, I definitely feel like apologizing for his ego is definitely a good. You know, I can definitely see where he's coming from in that, but I feel like he's really missing the point here. But I'm gonna say this: I think Chris is handling this professionally. I'm just surprised that Chris has such a kind of rabid dog in his circle, because that's kind of like the way I look at it. Yeah, I see everybody in the chat. I'm really trying to focus on like what I'm saying right now. I don't want to get like derailed by like stuff that isn't necessarily relevant to what I'm saying at the moment. Yeah, schizophrenic. I'm not gonna say either way. I think there's a lot of people in the comments who are probably gonna like say things like that, like say that you know, I don't believe they care outside of losing money. No, I think that's a decent enough statement. I can see where you're getting at from that, especially with all of the flagging that they've been doing. They've been like taking down people's videos. They've been copyright striking people's videos because they believe that it's a copyright infringement. They don't fair use apparently is a strange concept to them, but it's interesting. I kind of think that he's helping the guy as a favor more than anything. What do you mean helping the guy? What do you mean helping the guy? It was extremely cruel what Vincent did to Deity because he had been having a hard time as it is. See, I understand what you're getting at, but I don't think Vincent went into that stream with the intention to make Vincent look bad. Sorry, not Vincent. Sorry, to make Deity look bad. I don't think he intentionally meant to do that, but I think that that's what happened. That's my personal opinion. You can disagree with that, but I don't genuinely believe that Vincent was like, I'm gonna go into Deity's stream and I'm literally gonna make that guy like I'm gonna make him look really bad. No, I don't think that's obviously. I think it was an accident. Well, maybe not an accident. I think he didn't intend for it to happen, but it happened, right? A lot of people don't realize what's going to happen until it happens. You know, it's like jumping into the deep end of a pool. You don't know that you're gonna, you know, have to swim or try and get back up to the surface and swim towards the edge. You know, you don't realize exactly like what's going to happen, and I think that speaks more of the unprofessionalism of, you know, how unprofessional Vincent is, that he would go into this and not really think about what he's doing. But I would definitely say, in regards to the last tweet that's posted, this one here, I really do hope that Chris reviews Vincent's behavior, because I genuinely don't think that Vincent should be involved with Chris anymore. Like it just seems to be a mess, to be honest. I just think it's a mess. But yeah, the thing is, that's like me saying, oh, a guy shouldn't have a job, and I don't want to be that guy. I don't think people should lose their income because of like mistakes, but at the same time, it's like, Chris, you know, if you have him, if he doesn't make a huge change. If Vincent doesn't make a huge change, and you allow him to do that again and again and again, your credibility's going to go down the toilet. Nobody's going to want to watch you. You're going to end up becoming some, you know, kind of irrelevant guy who used to be on TV and nobody wants to watch on YouTube. I don't know. It's a bad vibe. Well, thank you, Shu. I can appreciate Vince wanting to be a part of the community, but he should have been more of a spectator. Yeah, exactly. And I think it was just so much unprofessionalism from him. I don't think he realized that maybe, you know, he should be more of a, I don't want to say like father figure, but like I feel like he should have been one of the mature people in this situation. And when he was literally posting like memes about how Onision has a baby carrot, and obviously the special needs bus meme as well. You know, like, it's something I expect from like a commentator who doesn't really give a fuck and is like, yo, you know, I'm just like, I got a shit sense of humor. What of it, right? But like, it's not something you expect from a producer of like professionals, right? Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me why. I want to read. Vincent's like 43 years old. At that age, he should know not to call in to someone's stream while drunk. Yeah, Diane, the thing is, there's so many people who are like, oh, you know, only children or teenagers can be immature. No, all ages can be immature. People, you know, grandparents can be immature. I don't think maturity is really based on age. I think people mature at different ages. I know, young men, 18, 19-year-old guys who are like really, really mature, like even more mature than me. I mean, I'm not really that mature, but I try to be, at least when I live stream, right? So it's like, it's not fair, and I think actually that kind of plays into this whole ageist construct where people who are older kind of like look down upon younger people because they think they're immature, and then younger people kind of don't really like older people because they're being unnecessary. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to necessarily get into that because I feel like that's kind of me derailing. But like Vincent's maybe in his 40s, yeah, right. But I don't really think that really means anything, to be honest. I don't think it's about his age. I think it's the fact that he is working with Chris Hansen. I think that should have been the big thing. And that's the thing that we should focus on here. So, Chris is taking action. I mean, he's not really taking action. He says he's reviewing. He's not taking action. He's just reviewing what Vincent's been doing. Like, Chris could literally say, oh, I'm reviewing it. And I decided Vincent's going to stay. You know, Vincent's going to be my home slice, and he's going to continue to work behind the scenes. You know? It's all spicy stuff. Anyway, I just hope justice gets done with Onision. See, I just don't really like. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to be optimistic about like Onion and Kai and everything, but can we not like? Can we all agree that all of this is really taken away from like what most of us actually gave a shit about in the first place, which was this actual investigation? And it's not even like, I feel like, recently, obviously, Chris has kind of like spearheaded this investigation. But before Chris came along, there was lots of other people who were still talking about Onision, who were still covering him, who were kind of doing their own little inquiries and investigations. And I feel like at this point, I don't really know what Chris is going to be able to do next. Like, I don't know. Can I just say this, guys? So I feel like in the more recent interviews, I feel like they've been kind of unneeded, unnecessary. I don't really feel like the last couple of interviews Chris really needed to do. But I feel like Chris has been trying to like kind of stretch this out and make this a little, make this YouTube Onision spree a little bit longer. And I'm kind of curious whether Chris is going to actually continue to bring people on, or if he's going to finish up for a bit. See, I have actually done some research into the TCAP community, and people have been posting, oh, you should look at these videos. I've actually already done some research on this, and I've watched some videos, and whilst I don't know everything, and I want you guys to be aware of that before I start talking, I really want to speak on what I've heard and what I know, and what I've heard and what I've seen is that for a long time before this investigation, Chris was telling his subscribers, his supporters, people who like spend money to kind of follow him, that he is going to have a new investigation starting soon. And he basically said that over and over again over the course of like 3, 4, 5 months, telling his audience to stay tuned and wait for what's going to happen next. And I feel like this is the first actual public investigation that Chris has had for the better half of 2019. And I don't know how many of you guys are aware of that, but this is like the first big thing that Chris has really been doing. I mean, he's had like the whole Ice Poseidon and the Blade thing, but it was nothing like this. And this is like the first real big thing. And I understand why Chris would be still doing these interviews. You know, I don't. That's not my. I'm not actually like criticizing that. I want you guys to be aware, but I think this is an important thing to kind of remember. Is like, if any of you guys are wondering why Chris is still doing interviews, it's because, well, this is a big deal to him and to a lot of people. It's understandable. Once you if you're like a bloodhound and you get that whiff, that scent, you're just gonna. You're gonna go straight onto those tracks, aren't you? You're not gonna let up. You're going to literally just follow that. You're gonna follow that rabbit down the rabbit hole, and see how far it goes. Makes sense. I mean, it's very opportunistic, but I mean that's the way you've got to be in like this industry, really. So I don't know. Like I don't want to like criticize it, but it's like the last couple. Yeah, I would definitely say that I feel like it's scraping the barrel, as one of my viewers just said. I feel like it is scraping the barrel a little bit, like what they've been doing recently. Can I donate? My donation stuff is all up, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Unless you're referring to something else, I'm really confused. I'm not reading everything. I don't know what's going on. Who's Poop Girl? Yeah, you talking about Gingerbeck? I mean, I think I remember from a while ago why that's a thing, but, yeah, I was surprised to see Beck on there. I mean, Beck has actually, like, met Onision, so I guess Beck is a useful case study, but the thing I've noticed about a lot of Chris's interviews, and I'm sure you guys have noticed it all too, is that he does a lot of leading questions. And I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing. I mean, I kind of am, but I'm kind of not at the same time. I'm just kind of bringing it up to you guys that he will say, oh, what do you think would have happened if you went to their house? Oh, do you think he's like this? Like, you know, like these questions that you're like kind of leading the guest into giving a kind of controversial answer, an answer that's going to, you know, obviously like sensationalize everything that's kind of happening. And it's kind of interesting. Alright, so I'm going to read what Tom says, because I see that there's actually some interesting stuff. So, people don't understand that Vincent has been hearing victim stories day in and day out, and then he gets attacked for something that is so stupid. Vincent reached a breaking point. If I were Vincent, I would shut everything down. Okay, so I mean, I'm guessing you don't know everything that really happened then, Tom. Maybe you do, and you just see it very differently from a lot of other people, but Vincent literally doxed a number of people. He put out some really kind of unnecessary memes and jokes that actually upset a lot of people. And he actually went onto a live stream and said that anybody who is against him is either an Onision fan or is likely a predator, which are some very, very huge allegations to make. And I think all of these things kind of added up, bundled into a ball. That's the issue. It's not one thing that's happened. It's all of these events that have transpired that all are like kind of links in the chain. And when, you know, there's only one link or there's only a couple of pieces of chain, it's not that obviously that much of a big deal, right? But when you've got that entire chain, you know, that's how you get bound, you know. So that's the kind of way I look at it. Anyway. Yeah, I find it kind of ironic too, Tiffany, that like he and Chris kind of got on Onision for doxing, or you know, and the things and kind of stuff that Onision's been doing, but then Vincent's been doing like similar stuff too. It's just it's very unfortunate. And it's funny because I remember a couple of weeks ago when this first really started, actually before all of this stuff really came out, and it was just the baby carrot stuff. I remember actually saying in a live stream, or a couple of live streams, that I feel like Vincent's behavior has been really unprofessional. And I remember telling him, he was in my live stream, I remember telling him before he ended up doxing those people. I know that he'd, from what I'm aware, he's actually doxed people before. But I wasn't aware of that at the time, and I literally just turned around to him and said, "You're not really making yourself or Chris look good with what you're doing. Maybe you should rethink what you're doing." And literally, like the following couple of days, like a few days later, he literally goes on a rampage. It's just, you can't make this shit up, guys. You really can't. Not that anybody. I mean, I think this is important that I say this again. I'm not expecting people to think that I'm like the guru, that you should like listen to what I say, that I'm better than you. I'm not better than anybody here. I'm not. I just I felt like I gave good advice. It's always good to like look inwards, no matter who you are and what you're doing, and just think, what am I? You know, is what I'm doing a good decision or not? You know, it doesn't matter who you are. Self-awareness is so paramount, especially in the 21st century when everything can be used against you. Everything can be a problem. Everything can be a conflict. And it's just messy, you know? But yeah. Yeah, mug nuts. Yeah, even if, like, that community is somewhat dark in its humor, I feel like, especially as a professional, you've got to really be, you know, I want you to be aware of this, Mugnuts. I have a dark sense of humor. I just don't publicize it much because I know that it will upset some people. Like, I'm very into, like, very dry comedy. You know, like Gilbert Godfrey and, like, just, I love loads of, like, really, like, Ricky Gervais in the UK. If any of you guys are English, you'll know who Ricky Gervais is. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. And, like, Will Ferrell, Robin Williams, people like that. People who, like, have quite, like, a dry sense of humor. And, but I don't really, like, make a lot of jokes because I know it will upset a lot of people. And that's not good for me right now. I don't need that. So yeah. Show us how edgy you are, Loki. Fuck that, man. Sorry, just joined and started at the beginning. You're 100% right about the apology because it was written by an attorney. He opened them up to a lawsuit. Over 13 years of litigation experience here. Oh, shit. Interesting. That's interesting. I haven't ignored that, Cherish. I'm going to read what you said. Loki, you've been desperate at this point. You've said worse to people. You've supported RSN and you knew about the videos and the assault and you literally are using this for views. RSN ducks people. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't really want to talk about that on this stream. I can talk about it on my next stream if you'd like to speak about this, but what I'm going to say is it's kind of weird that both sides, like, are attacking me because I feel like I have, like, people from both groups on that not liking me because I don't want to be involved in it. I don't want the stress. And it's like, I don't know why you people can't understand that. I don't know why people can't understand that I just, like, don't want to be involved in stuff that everybody already knows and has talked about. I want to be kind of be Switzerland. I don't actually see how that's an issue. I haven't criticized anybody involved in that. So it's like, what's your point? You know? I just want you to be, and yeah, I have, and yeah, you're right. Actually, I have said things that are like bad in the past. I have made mistakes. I feel like we all have, but I'm trying to be better. Hopefully, you know, hopefully that continues. Yeah, like that's it. I am aware like being neutral has consequences, but I really hope that a lot of those people who do have issues with neutrality, they can actually realize at some point that being neutral is actually very sensible. You know, I don't play both sides. I don't sit there and go, oh, this side is bad, that side is bad. I just say, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get into this. I'll leave it to people who actually, you know, who are actually involved. But anyway. Yeah, but like the thing is, right, and it's, YouTube schizophrenic. It's like it's not my problem. It's really not. And I know some people may look at me and be like, you know what, Loki, like that's not cool. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you're not going to take a side. I don't have to. And I'm sure there have been many things in life that you guys haven't took a side on that you've wanted to remain neutral in. So how about you give me some fucking like, give a guy a break, you know, just. Fuck off of all that stuff. If you want to talk about that shit, if you want to cry about that shit, if you want to have an argument about that shit, do it somewhere else. Do it with a YouTuber who is willing to talk about it. But I'm just not. Simple as that. I kind of, like, and this actually goes into what I kind of wanted to say next. I got some comments on my previous live stream, the one where I was kind of talking about the drama. Connor, thank you. The drama that was going on between, like, Deity and RSN and stuff, right? And a couple of people posted some stuff that I didn't like what they said, and it did kind of upset me a little bit. But when I kind of got around that and kind of ignored the fact that, okay, I need to explain this really well, that they were rude, I kind of looked at actually what they were saying and what it really meant. And these people were saying, like, you know, Loki, you're an intelligent guy. Why are you getting involved in this drama? Why are you like, why can't you just focus on things that are actually more meaningful? Focus on the investigation. Focus on topics that do hold more weight, right? And I was kind of thinking about that more and more, and I was trying to really kind of make sense of it in my mind, and I realized that they're right. Because I could literally sit on my YouTube channel and I could talk about all the drama that's going on, but then what does that make me? That makes me a drama channel, right? And whilst I have done that in the past, and like that was like a thing that I did for a long time, I don't really want to do that here. I want to be something more than that. So I don't know if any of you guys can really understand my predicament, my situation, but it's not really like, I don't want to be remembered for that, you know. I know there are people who love like covering like drama and stuff like that, and I really get it. Like, I really get it. I think like being a drama channel is actually can be very fulfilling and very, very interesting, because you're working with a lot of different people, and if you've got the right mentality for it, I think it's a really, really good idea. But I just don't know if I really have the mentality for it, or if I have the desire to do that. I'd rather leave it to people who do want to do it, you know? Because there are lots of people out there who love that stuff, and I just don't. I really don't. And I feel like sometimes I talk about it because I think it will bring, views, but views isn't necessarily what I'm looking for here. I'm looking to build a community, and drama doesn't really build communities. At least not the kind of drama that I've, been covering. So anyway. What's up, Holly? How are you? If someone called me a pedo, I'd want to bury them. I understand your point of view, but the trolls can go a long time without any food. Yeah, I mean, I am aware there was like insinuations made about me, and I want everybody to be aware that those are false. Completely just unnecessary and false. And I was quite disappointed. But one thing I've really realized about my life and like who I am, and I'm sure a lot of other people have already realized this recently, is like, it's so easy to want to bury people and to attack people, but you know what's actually better and what's actually a much, like, just a stronger thing to do is to kind of like not necessarily rise above it. I'm not saying that you take the moral high ground. What I'm saying is you just see it for what it is and realize that involving yourself in that is literally not going to do you any good. It's not going to do your mental health any good. It's not going to do your career any good. It's literally not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. And that is what I've realized. So people can say nasty things. I will say that it's not true, and I will leave it at that. That is, in my opinion, the right way to deal with things. You know? Are you saying turn the other cheek? Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm saying. And I will say more so, like, treat other people the way you want to be treated yourself, right? So, like, the whole thing that happened with that person a little while ago, I'm not going to say any names, I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's like, I made a mistake there. Right? And I accept the fact that I made a couple of, not even one, a couple of mistakes in that situation. And, I'm just at this point now where I feel really good. I feel really good about everything, and I don't really resent anyone, actually. There was one person who I spoke to recently about it, and I just kind of stated how I felt and kind of left it at that, Is Tom still going on in the chat about Vincent? Oh, Christ. Yeah, so it's Tom. What has Tom been? I don't know. Yeah, let's not fight in the stream. I don't want people to get muted or anything like that. That's the last thing I would like. I believe you are a better person, and I see you are developing, and the future looks good for you. I feel like it looks better, right? That's really what I'm going for right now. But yeah, that's really it. Like I feel like, you know, being involved in all of this and this investigation's been really really fun for me because I feel like it's allowed me to kind of get back to my kind of commentary roots. But I don't want to go down that fucking avenue of like pure drama and talking about allegations and just like jumping into the middle of like a fucking like World War One essentially. So yeah, that's really it. So everybody who's watching this can really understand where I'm coming from. You know, please stop asking me about that stuff on my streams. I know you watch other people who talk about it. I know you're involved with other streamers that talk about it, but it's really not what I want. And I think I'm actually going to start a policy on my channel that if people do talk about it, I'm just going to fucking silence you, to be honest, because I don't need it. Yeah, exactly, schizophrenic. Yeah, I mean, you make it sound like you know it's like a prison, but I mean, it kind of was. But yeah. Anywho, yeah, exactly. I don't need the drama. I don't need the drama. Like, yeah, I know it's all good to like stand up for people who you know and be on the right side and be good and be genuine and shit like that, right? And I don't think that me not talking about certain things makes me dishonest or disingenuous. Truly. I mean, the fact of the matter is, who am I really defending? If, you know, or who am I really fighting for? Yeah. I think Chris's next investigation should be on Vincent. It may save his show. Right. I agree. Aside from Stevie, I don't know what else there is to offer. You mean in like more interviews? I mean, I think Stevie interview would be interesting, and I would definitely watch it. But I don't know. Stevie's interesting to me because it's like, I don't know. Like I remember I kind of like reviewed that stream that Stevie did with Anision, and it's just I really hope Stevie like behaves professionally in the interview, and because we definitely saw a side of Stevie in that was didn't necessarily make him look good, but yeah, well, you know, I mean, there are times where we all look not as good as we should, right? Yeah, he went in hot. He went in like full fucking guns blazing, pew pew pew, right? But yeah. No, yeah, well, you figured it out, didn't you? Didn't you, Brenda? You figured it out. But yeah, guys, it's good to be back on here. I'm sorry that I've been, you know, I didn't go on yesterday. I had stuff to do. And I also don't necessarily like streaming every day. I feel like, you know, quality over quantity, right, guys? Like, you know, little and often, right? Well, sorry, little and often? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So if anybody knows what quote I should have said, put it in the comments. Less is more. Thank you. Never mind. We got it. How did your D&D event go? Oh, it went so good. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it on the stream, though. I don't want to talk about it on the stream. It went so well. It went so well. Yeah, I did actually express that in the start of the stream, Holly. Is that this entire interview is I don't believe that Vincent had any part in the in any part of it. Anyway, I don't want to keep this up on the screen anymore. I want to move back here to this screen. It kind of makes more sense. But yeah, I do not believe that Vincent had any part. 'Cause I know how Vincent types tweets, and even if Chris typed it for him, I feel like that's a little bit, you know, it makes me feel like Chris is just typing on his behalf, which is, you know, kind of shady, to be honest. But well, I'm glad you're streaming. I mean, I'm glad I'm streaming too. It's good to be here, guys. It really is. I think what Tom is alluding to is that Vincent is starting to show signs of cumulative PTSD. What you said to him was spot on. It takes away from the purpose. He needs to get help, frankly. See, I didn't really think about that, Anna, and I don't really. I'm not like a healthcare professional, so I don't really have anything that's going to be insightful on that. But if there is any issue, I hope that, you know, Vincent can get the help he needs, of course, clearly. I suffer from PTSD. My PTSD is very specific, but it's definitely something that I wouldn't wish upon people. Definitely not. Yeah, second hand apology. I mean, it could be. It could be. Love the background. It's really neat. Yeah, thank you. It's just a nice volcano. I'm thinking about getting a new one. You know, it's 2020 now. I feel like I should, you know, change things up a little bit. You know. Her name's Doris. Yeah, Doris the volcano. Oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. With water. Oh no, Doris is leaving. I don't know. I feel like I'll probably get a new version of Doris. Like Doris with like rank up. She'll get promoted to you know, what's bigger than a volcano? I don't think there is anything bigger. Doris 2.0. Yeah, that works. I like that. It's a promoted to trial mod. Yeah, thanks Hogan. That's good. So anyway, yeah. So I feel like it probably makes sense to finish up my live stream here. We've been on for 45 minutes. I do not want to spend too much time on this live stream because I know there's going to be people watching this back and they're going to see it's like an hour long and they're going to be like, I don't want to watch it. Good night, Loki. Yes, good night to you, Bertram. I want you guys to be aware that I will be doing a stream after this. It is my kind of Loki after dark stream. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I've been doing whilst I've been gone. If you guys want to watch, you're very welcome to do so. Be aware that I do not keep those VODs up because I don't really know if I want people to sit and listen to me talking about comic books and video games and stuff like that. But you're very welcome to watch if you want to come and hang out with me and talk about your hobbies and talk more about your lives. We can have some fun. But yeah, it is lovely to have you guys here today, and thank you so much for watching me live, and also those of you who are watching this back on the video. It's always a pleasure, of course. Do you have a Twitch? I think I found it, but it has no vids. I do have a Twitch. I just do not use it at all. But I'm thinking about getting back on Twitch again. I'm thinking about gaming again. I know there are people here who would probably like to watch me game because it's a very different side of me where I'm literally shouting and bashing my keyboard, which is always fun to watch. I've literally got through, I think I got through like 3 keyboards last year from playing Dead by Daylight. Don't get me fucking started on that game. But if any of you guys want to watch me, I'll be live streaming again in around 5 or 10 minutes. I would love to see all of you guys there, but I definitely won't see all of you there. Those I do see, I'll see you soon. So, ciao everybody. Thank you for watching.